And already the very intention and thought to be in this moment, to be of service, to be the one who remembers to bring forth the higher parts of ourselves, to be in service of the divine, that soul pulse that moves us, that animates us, and brings us on the path in our role of the divine plan. That on the highest levels of ourselves, we sense, we feel, and we know we play a crucial cosmic part in the divine unfoldment of creation and of all creations on the highest level. And so it is this part of us that comes forward here, finally, to move into our own energetic field where we have strived from our birth, knowing or unknowing, to be on this path of liberation, of love, of peace, of balance, and home. And so we know to breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, as already the very energetic fields within our electron spin, the very consciousness of our cells, the very vibration of our DNA, all now aligning into this highest stream of our individual and collective selves comes in, makes contact, brings in a communion, an interaction, a loving embrace. As for the heart's longing, the heart's dreaming, the heart's desire, looking to see the bride, looking to see the bridegroom, looking to see that divine union, that sacredness, that oneness, that fullness, that wholeness. So we breathe each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath with this conscious understanding and knowing that we breathe in the ancient of days of which we are a part, the primordial, the beginning, the wellspring of our very existence and that of all things. And our connection to this and our crucial role, our very vibration that brings this energy forward as it seeks us, as we seek it, unnameable, unknowable, but we sense it and we feel it and we know its truth. And so we breathe in now the ancient parts of ourselves. We breathe in now our cosmic story, our cosmic history. We breathe in now the fullness of knowledge and wisdom. We breathe in now the sacredness of our beingness. And we simply allow with each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath this divine, sacred, holy energy to run through us, in us, and around us. As we simply allow it in this loving embrace, in this divine, sacred communion, in this interweaving of energies, bringing in a new model, a new representation of ourselves, holding the divine sacred codes within us now being activated, moving deep into the divine cosmic history of ourselves, moving back to source, bringing in the divine sacred wisdom long forgotten, bringing back the pieces of knowledge that have been splintered. We are on the journey of the divine, and with each and every step that we take, every thought to move in this direction of love, love for the source of all creation, love of the divine, that sense of unconditional love, that love that is undescribable in human terms. But it exists. It does exist. And perhaps we've experienced glimpses of what that's like, for it is truly transcendent. So this beckoning of love, the very energy of creation of who and what you are in its deepest source. It is this that you long for. It is this that your soul draws you on this journey of light and love. And even as you must walk two worlds, the world of the physical and those laws that apply to the material, but yet the other world or worlds transcendent to that. And as you embrace this ancient memory, this ancient vibration, and as you integrate it and feel it move within your physical, mental, and emotional bodies, as with each and every breath you bring and tether more deeply this part of yourself, you make the bonds more secure and sturdy, like a great anchor that's unmovable. You bring in this energy into your field, even as you walk a physical, mental, and emotional world. For you are one with all creation. And the wisdom and knowledge of bringing in the streams of consciousness in the cosmic waters of limitlessness and eternity, of forever evolving creation, past, present, and future, is at your hand, has always been and always will be. And so it is now in this sacred moment of a divine reconnection, reactivation, recalibration into this aspect of source, the source of creation, of creations, the thing that moves you, animates you, pulls you, guides you, and brings you back, back to this memory, back to this wisdom, back to this knowingness. And we simply breathe in this potent, ancient code that comes forward here now to run through all aspects of your beingness, from the most high expression to here in this moment, in this physical, mental, and emotional experience upon this material world. And we simply take these moments here now to allow this great alchemy of love, to allow this great ancient, ancient, ancient wisdom of days, ancient, ancient, ancient knowledge of days to come forth, to embrace you, to hold you, to nurture you, and to love you endlessly. And all we simply do is breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath and experience this loving embrace. We experience it in any way that it comes to us. And we sense it, we feel it, and we breathe, knowing that with each and every in-breath and out-breath, it brings us into a deeper communion with this divine sacred source of the Ancient of Days, the Ancient of Wisdom, the Ancient of Knowledge, bringing forth the divine sacred key codes, unlocking the depths of these codes that we hold within us. And that now higher levels of the unfolding consciousness of ourselves and of humanity unfold and start to unfold more rapidly. For a great beckoning is upon us. A great cycle of cycles is upon us. And for those who are ready, who have prepared on their walk, the time has come for the deeper wisdom to come to you, the higher knowledge to come to you, the ancient parts of you to reawaken you. So we take these moments here now simply to breathe, knowing that each in-breath and out-breath is filled with this divine sacred energetic field, being held by the most ancient of days, of the most radiance of radiant ones, from the highest, highest celestial realms of light, creating this sacred space upon the holy ground that you find yourself in. A re-spatialization that brings you into a frequency of this beloved and divine experience, to reawaken the ancient parts of yourselves, the ancient memories, that you can bring forward the fullness of your wisdom and knowingness, clearly uninterrupted and not distorted. So breathe, children of light. Breathe in the sacred in-breath and out-breath as it holds the sacred codes of the Ancient of Days, the Ancient of Knowledge, and the Ancient of Wisdom. activating, respatializing, creating the higher energetic field frequencies of this divine expression. And as we are experiencing this divine sacred flow of grace, see clearly in your spiritual eye the symbol that now comes forward. It is a triangle, and within the triangle, an open eye. It is the divine eye. See in your spiritual eye a golden triangle. Try to see it in the 3D that it comes in, and within it is the divine eye that watches over you. It is the eye of vision, the eye of creation. Continue to simply breathe in these sacred moments, integrating the divine flow that comes in, through, and around you. Understanding the sacredness of this experience as you gaze upon this divine eye, and as this divine eye gazes upon you. And this divine eye, from the primordial ancient of days, that brings forth the ancient wisdom, the ancient knowledge, watches over you. The children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten. And as we could stay in this loving cosmic embrace forever, as we sense and feel the power of this connection, this unconditional love that embraces us, that flows in wisdom and knowledge to activate the ancient of days within us as we unfold in our consciousness, as we serve in higher capacities for the sacred earth and all of her life, as we serve beyond that. We take a moment now just to recognize, fully conscious of this energy that embraces us so deeply. And we are grateful as we walk along our path of light and unconditional love in our own individual and collective way. Back to our source. And now we prepare ourselves, because we must, for our return fully into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. But forever moving forward, holding this sacred vibration in whichever octave we are able to, but it is integrated into our beingness within the very vibrating electron spin and the DNA, atomic and subatomic levels of ourselves, connecting us as a great thread tethered to this stream of frequency of the highest level of which we are a part. The most ancient part of ourselves will begin to unfold, activate, and be more present in wisdom and knowledge. On the count of 3, we will pull ourselves back and draw in our electromagnetic field very purposefully to be back. As much as we may want to stay, we must come back. And as such, with that intention, there's a lessening of the frequency that holds us, that loves us, that grabs us. And so on the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake, and grounded as we draw away from this frequency. And as it draws now away from us, but forever tethered, deeply connected. 1, 2, take a very deep breath in. And 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are very grounded.